you send the ravens. Charlie, look at me.
Master Raymond, I've seen it. It's come in for all of us.
Killy, fetch a quill and inkwell. I hope your penmanship is better than your swordplay.
Where are the others? We need to send a raven. Get the maester! Now!
It's from Maester Aemon of the Night's Watch. Their Lord Commander is dead. Took a ranging party north and never made it back. One lad did, though. What he saw beyond the wall, it's coming. For all of us.
This war of 5 kings means nothing. The true war lies to the north, my king. Death marches on the wall. Only you can stop him.
You can't stop him alone. You need someone to rebuild your army for you. Someone to convince this lord and that lord to fight for you, to bring sellswords and pirates to your side.
I've made my decision.
He's right. You need him. He has a part to play in the war to come.
Wasn't sure I'd find you. Thought you might still be rowing.
I assume you know why I'm here.
I will after you tell me.
It's about the Lord Commander.
I came here knowing that you could have your men behead me or your dragons burn me alive.
The former Lord Commander.
I put my trust in you. A stranger. Because I knew it was the best chance for my people, for all our people. Now I'm asking you to trust in a stranger.
Does he have to be?
What are you asking?
Do you know of any magic that could help him? Bring him back.
If you want to help him, leave him be.
Can it be done?
There are some with this power.
How?
I don't know.
Have you seen it done?
I met a man who came back from the dead, but the priest who did it...
Conir sagon kostus taur.
Aexio ine illiritan.
Kessis honoravis iti libus taur.
Honoremon deor. Aexio zichon vaurezun japin. Tezik so please.
It shouldn't have been possible.
But it was. It could be, now.
Everything I believed. The great victory I saw in the flames. All of it was a lie. You were right all along. The Lord never spoke to me.
Fuck him, then. Fuck all of them. I'm not a devout man, obviously. 7 gods, drown gods, tree gods, it's all the same. I'm not asking the Lord of Light for help. I'm asking the woman who showed me that miracles exist.
I never had this gift.
Have you ever tried?
The Lord of Light doesn't have many followers in Westeros, does he?
Not yet. But even those who don't worship the Lord can serve his cause.
What does your Lord expect from me?
Bosses bantis amazis, merikivio dolalaris, os machagon contas.
And you believe this prophecy refers to me?
Prophecies are dangerous things. I believe you have a role to play. As does another. The King in the North, Jon Snow.
Jon Snow? Ned Stark's bastard.
You know him?
I traveled with him to the war when he joined the Night's Watch.
And why do you think the Lord of Light singled out this Jon Snow, aside from the visions you've seen in the flames, that is?
As Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, he allowed the wildlings south of the wall to protect them from great danger. As King in the North, he has united those wildlings with the northern houses, so together they may face their common enemy.
He sounds like quite a man.
Summon Jon Snow. Let him stand before you and tell you the things that have happened to him. The things that he has seen with his own eyes.
I can't speak to prophecies or visions in the flames, but I like Jon Snow and I trusted him.
Very well. Send a raven north. Tell Jon Snow that his queen invites him to come to Dragonstone.
Tyrion has invited me to Dragonstone to meet with Daenerys. And I'm going to accept. You probably don't believe me.
I do, actually.
You didn't before. Grumpkins and Snarks, you called them. Do you remember?
We've been capturing wildlings. More every month. They're fleeing south. The ones who flee say they've seen the White Walkers.
Yes, and the fishermen of Lannisport say they see mermaids.
You said it was all nonsense.
It was nonsense. Everybody knew it. But then Mormont saw them.
You believe in anything?
I believe in lots of things.
Something greater than ourselves, I mean. The gods, destiny. You believe there's a plan for this world?
No.
Neither did I. I was a cynic, just like you. Then I saw a girl step into a great fire with 3 stone eggs. When the fire burned out, I thought I'd find her blackened bones. Instead, I saw her. Daenerys. Alive and unhurt. Holding her baby dragons.
And you saw them? And I trust the eyes of an honest man more than I trust what everybody knows.
How do I convince people who don't know me that an enemy they don't believe in is coming to kill them all?
Good question.
I know it's a good question. I'm looking for an answer.
People's minds aren't made for problems that large. White Walkers, the Night King, army of the dead. It's almost a relief to confront a comfortable, familiar monster like my sister.
Cersei thinks the army of the dead is nothing but a story, made up by wet nurses to frighten children. What if we prove her wrong?
I wondered why you weren't there to meet our guests. You begged us to summon the King in the North. Don't you want to see him again?
I've done my part. I've brought ice and fire together.
Ravens. We need to send ravens.
Bran saw the Night King and his army marching towards Eastwatch. If they make it past the wall...
The wall has kept them out for thousands of years, presumably.
But the tales of the Long Night can't be pure fabrication. Too many similarities from unconnected sources.
Sources in the restricted area.
The very same. And the simplest explanation for your grating obsession with the White Walkers is that you're telling the truth, and that you saw what you say you saw.
So, you believe me?
I do. In the Citadel, we lead different lives, for different reasons. We are this world's memory, Samuel Tarly. Without us, men would be little better than dogs. Don't remember any meal but the last, can't see forward to any but the next. And every time you leave the house and shut the door, they howl like you're gone forever. When Robert's rebellion was raging, people thought the end was near. The end of the Targaryen dynasty. How will we survive? When Aegon Targaryen turned his eye westward and flew his dragons to Blackwater Rush, the end is near. How will we survive? And thousands of years before that, during the long night, we can forgive them for thinking it truly was the end, but it wasn't. None of it was. The Wall has stood through it all. And every winter that ever came has ended.
I need to go home.
You said you don't have enough men.
We'll fight with the men we have. Unless you'll join us.
And give the country to Cersei. As soon as I march away, she marches in.
Perhaps not.
Familiar monster like my sister.
Made up by wet nurses to frighten children. What if we prove her wrong? I don't think she'll come see the dead at my invitation. So bring the dead to her.
I thought that was what we were trying to avoid.
We don't have to bring the whole army. Only one soldier.
With the Queen's permission, I'll go north and take one. You asked me to find a cure so I could serve you. Allow me to serve you. Have you ever heard baby dragons singing?
No.
It's hard to be a cynic after that.
The first white I ever saw was brought into Castle Black from beyond the wall. Bring one of these things down to King's Landing and show her the truth.
The Red God is the one true God. You've seen his power. When he commands, we obey.
What do you see?
Ice. A wall of ice. The wall.
What else?
It's where the wall meets the sea. There's a castle there. There's a mountain. Looks like an arrowhead. The dead are marching past. Thousands of them.
Do you believe me now, Clegane? Do you believe we're here for a reason? Doesn't matter what we think our reasons are. There's a greater purpose at work. And we serve it together, whether we know it or not. We may take the steps, but the Lord of Light
For
clears
fuck's sake, will you shut your hole?
But if we go to the capital, we'll go with 2 armies, we'll go with 3 dragons. Anyone touches you, King's Landing burns down to the foundation stones.
And right now, she's thinking of how to set a trap.
Of course she is. And she's wondering what trap you're laying for her.
Huh? Laying any traps?
Send a raven!
Not easy for ravens to fly in these storms.
You can't. The most important person in the world can't fly off to the most dangerous place in the world.
Who else can?
No one. They knew the risk when they left. You can't win the throne if you're dead. You can't break the wheel if you're dead.
So what would you have me do?
Nothing. Sometimes nothing is the hardest thing to do. If you die, we're all lost. Everyone, everything.
Red God is the one true God. You've seen his power. When he commands, we obey.
Thousands of years before that, during the long night, we can forgive them for thinking it truly was the end, but it wasn't. None of it was. The wall has stood through it all. And every winter that ever came has ended.
You believe in anything?
I believe in lots of things.
There's something greater than ourselves, I mean. The gods, destiny. You believe there's a plan for this world?
He's not my one true God.
No? Who's yours?
Death.